The idea of MindCET was really to create solutions for the future. When I'm saying future, it sounds like thinking 50 years ahead. It's not the case. We're thinking maybe 3 years ahead, maybe less. Very soon we understood that the best way to do this or try to tackle this kind of a challenge is working with entrepreneurs. Each one brings his own agenda, his own, let's say, landscape that he sees, and really, if we want innovation, we should lean on entrepreneurs. So MindCET actually created an expertise in really helping entrepreneurs to change education.
Ludus is an adaptive learning platform. What we do in Ludus is we take it a step further than personalized learning. Personalized learning is understanding what your needs are right now. Adaptive learning platforms is a platform which learns the whole time your preferences. The way we do it for the teacher and for the student, first of all, let's take the teacher for example. The teacher would say, I'm a 5th grade teacher, I teach maths, and I'll teach a specific subject within math or specific topic in maths. What the system does is, okay, we personalize the content you need. But the second level of personalization and adaptiveness is also learning the whole time what tools this teacher is using to teach his class. So if he's using more videos or more podcasts, so we would bring more videos and podcasts to his toolkit, okay? And the next level of this is also machine learning, seeing what 10,000 teachers which are very similar to this teacher are doing, and also looking at what this teacher's class needs according to their performance. So the teacher doesn't only use whatever tools he thinks he needs, the system also knows how to give him the best tools in order for this class to succeed. So that's on the teacher side. On the student side, if you're a student that learns better from visual content, so you'd have more videos, more illustrations put out to you. If you're a student which learns better from podcasts, we more podcasts. We understand basically who you are, personalize the content to you, and then adapt it to you the whole time, according to your performance and according to the methods you like learning with. So what we build is an education engine. We understand that trying to build content today for an edtech company is impossible. Okay, you need millions of dollars and a lot of time, which is something no startup really has. So what we built is an engine which does an aggregation. It takes from many places on the internet the best content, free content, puts it in one place, and allows the teacher to decide what content he's going to use now. So we just have an engine that understands what the teacher is going to teach right now. We understand how he wants to teach it. We bring the best information, put it in the right way that the teacher would find it easier to teach the class right now, or for the student also to learn. So we do an aggregation of content instead of building our own content. There's so much good free content out there. Teachers want to give personalized attention. Okay, they would like to give attention to each child, but they don't have the time to do it. They don't have the right training on the tools which give them these analytics and performances of the children. So if you have a tool that can check the performance of a student or a whole class and gives you the exact insights you need right now in order, with a click of a button, to give a quick solution that will improve their results, or tell you, the teacher, listen, you need to go and give this student personal attention now. He needs you more than other students. That means you also know how to allocate your resources, your time.
Do you understand what it's written here? No. Okay. What we are saying is basically this is how children are writing today.
We want them to motivate them to write, and how we can do that. We come up with this idea as a platform really to let them write their stories, what's happening in schools, and to publish them as a real newspaper maybe, as a printed, as a PDF, as a mobile app maybe.
So this is basically bringing the old journalism platform to children.
And to that extent, it's not just for newspaper creation, it's for other education purposes. like PBL, project-based learning, which can be implemented through writing into a newspaper or a news app. We are providing a collaboration platform where a class with 20, 25 students can work together on the newspaper. They can see each other progress, so there is a motivation also. Everything together brings the means for the students to work with it.
Basically, we are bringing to a classroom, bringing to a teacher a different way where they can teach and a different way where children can express themselves.
I'm the CEO and co-founder of Exampel. We're a company in the field of test prep, preparing students for admissions tests such as GMAT, GRE, SATs, etc. When a novice teacher comes to me and asks, say, how do you explain this question? My answer is, to whom? That's Example, to whom? So we developed an AI-based platform which does three things no one else does. The first one, it studies the way you think, each individual student. The second, it studies all the different solution strategies used by others. We currently have students from 156 countries. Over 100,000 students have already worked on our platform, and we can see what they've done, which solution strategies were better than others. And this way, we can do the third thing. Once we understand how you think and we understand all the different solution strategies used by others, we can find the best way to solve each question, which is the best for you. And I can tell you that the results are amazing. First of all, you see that Example can take an average student to the highest possible level within segments of just 30 questions. If I introduce you to a new concept, within 30 questions, an average student will reach the highest possible level. The second thing is the fact that we're getting amazing reviews. If you go online, you'll see that people react very emotionally to what we do because they can really feel a change. They feel like they're doing something that they couldn't have done before. Now, we put a lot of emphasis not just on the way the system works, but also in the experience. So our app is very gamified. You always feel your progress and what has changed. It's funny. It has video content. We use animation as part of it and humor, etc. So it's not another tedious course.
I was in Galleria di Uffizi in Florence, and I walked into the museum and left the museum knowing the same amount of knowledge about, and I was very disappointed. I felt like I needed to get more of an experience in museum. We spent like 3 hours there. Then I started GEM because I thought that the experience that you now have in museums as a visitor is not good. And GEM's idea is to bring it to the mobile phone and allow for a unique experience by matching it to your time limits and to your interests. And then when they finish the tour, the teacher and each student gets a summary of what they did. And then they can create a class about it.
During this journey in Kili Startup, by developing mobile games together with your friends, you learn a lot about yourself, about your friends, about how being a playmate, how being not only a coder, not only a developer, how to think about problems, how to solve them together with your friends. The first goal is to allow those kids to become independent as a self-learner, and the second was to make it meaningful, to create a motivation and see them having a progress for a long term. We have created a team of super developers. We picked from the best developers from each and every class, bring them together, and they become a sort of mentors. They're usually the older kids in the school, and they teach the younger.
and we want really to create we're measuring our success not just by the product, but also by the impact on the people that are going through our programs and by the concepts that are created. This is why we are publishing those magazines. In a way, we try to summarize some of the learning we are going through. And we have a very unique perspective because we are, let's say, in the intersection between startups and users, which is a very unique angle. The breakthrough for education will come from a few angles. It's not just education, it's not just business, it's not just technology. It should be all of them, and there is a lot of risk. Putting in the same room people that have different background, it could be different background, professional background or different ethnic background, is already a game changer in the outcomes. So we try to do this as much as we can in all the process we do. And the last perspective, we want to be global. Like, we understand that education is a global conversation. It should not be local. There is a lot to gain from interacting with other players around the globe.